Hey everyone, Bloodmako here, and this is my run for Chapter 3, Act 3, the Lufenia fight. There's no pull video for this event because I already have Eald'narche LD, and I'm not interested in Noel. I was thinking of pulling his banner initially because I was at the ticket cap. I couldn't claim my Tifa's events ticket, and some of it went to my inbox already. And you know the co-op rewards, I can't claim it because I'm at the cap. So I saw that I still had time to claim it, so I decided to give this banner a miss and just go for the I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Iroha? I don't know. The priestess girl that appears in this chapter. Yeah, I'll throw tickets at her. I mean, I plan to get her kit anyway. So let's see if the tickets last that long. If not, then I'll probably make a full video for Noel. It'll be either Noel or Iroha. Preferably Iroha. I kind of like the way her animation is. I thought it was pretty cool. So okay, this boss fight. So this boss looks very similar to the boss that we fought in Dimensions End, the last stage. But he only transforms once. I mean, this is Chaos Bahamut, but he looks so much like that black wheel thing, you know. But yeah, so the up condition is to break the Bahamut, so which is why I brought Lightning. I mean, she is the queen of breaking and re-breaking and all the nonsense. I didn't pull for Noel. I did not. Noel? No? I have no idea, man. But I did not pull for him. I didn't even build him at all. So yeah, I decided to bring Lightning instead. And I will also swap Lightning out later on. So this first phase, let's call it that way, this first phase for this boss is it's quite a pushover. I mean, he can be delayed, he can be delayed using broken by breaking him, he can be delayed with by pushing back his turns. It's only in the second phase where you are required to delay him, but he cannot be delayed. Or rather, you are not supposed to let him take a turn when he has his gauge charge. So at that time, Lightning's EX will only be good for the re-break. But other than that, it doesn't really matter whether you're whether you're doing the plus or the normal stance, or the normal army of one. He cannot be delayed anyway. So right here, I actually let them take a turn because Eald'narche Terror is on, so I wasn't really worried. Except for the fact that the main boss is not targeting Eald'narche. But yeah, the turn count for this particular fight is 90 turns, so you still have some wiggle room. Because my team count technically is not very DPS heavy. Well, they are all sort of DPS other than Paladin Cecil, but it's not as heavy as someone like Garland or Terra. And Lightning has kind of dropped off, I feel. But she's still usable. So the issue is surprisingly not the main boss for me. It was actually the Eald'narche Manikin. It was really tanky. I had trouble killing it towards the end. Or not say trouble, I had to use quite a few turns just killing it. So you also see me once in a while holding off using Eald'narche EX. That's because Terror is still active on the boss or the Manikin or yeah, I was just trying to try and only apply it when I need to, because it's only for 2 turns, and Eald'narche most of the time will not have his EX up when the debuff expires on the boss and the Manikin. Because you can see the Manikin is going to go twice in a row, and most times when you get the free skill, or the free turn, you just use the HP plus. And Eald'narche EX charges really slowly. So that's a problem. But you only really need, if you're bringing this command list, you only really need to worry about is in the next boss phase when his gauge is full, and that's when you need to apply terror. So that is the only time where you really need to either delay him or make sure that terror is active, because if he does his obliterating winds, I think the plus version is almost a guaranteed kill, because if he hits 3 times, it's a group HP attack and he hits 3 times. If you do manage to delay him once, that means prevent him from taking a turn once, it will say he will only do the normal version of it, and if you delay him twice, then he will not do his recast move. Which is also, I mean, I went in blind, so I didn't even read all this until I was just gonna make this. So I was like, what are the boss mechanics, man? But yeah, I went in blind, totally blind. I mean, I just saw that the boss can be delayed and delayed using breaks for the first phase, and can only be delayed with breaks in the second phase. I mean, that's all I knew, which is why I opted to bring lightning. And you can see, I mean, with Paladin Cecil's LD up, she is doing significant damage, you know. I also, or rather, towards the end of the fight, lightning was running out of, well, she ran out of LD. Like, I think I used too much in the beginning, so towards the end, the LD ran off and expired, and I couldn't reapply it. But MVP is definitely Eald'narche, you know, he stops the mechanics. I mean, it is his Lufenia anyway. But yeah, other than that, this fight is not too tough. You know. The bosses resist magic, but it is very possible to just, you know, bring some enchanter and then just go ham on them. You know, I'm thinking someone like Fujin with Butts and, I mean, Fujin as a core, you know, Butts and maybe Terra, you know, she can just abuse the core and just take as many turns as she can. Because this boss is not tanky. The Bahamut boss is not tanky. The Eald'narche Manikin is tanky, as you can see from the health difference, you know. Like, the boss is really at 50 and Eald'narche is only, what, 83? I mean, granted, I've been really focusing on the boss most of the time, but I mean, even in the second phase, he wasn't very particularly tanky. Right here, I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb, and my friend texted me about his pulls for Dissidia 2, and we both didn't like no, so he was just sharing with me his well, to put it mildly, his hatred for that character. But yeah, we're both not a fan of FF13, you know, the 2 and is it called 2 and 3? Yeah, and Lightning Returns. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. I've not played it, but I've watched walkthrough of it, and I mean, it was something new, but I just didn't like the way 13 worked in general. But yeah, coming back to this fight, the boss transforms at 49%. This is the part where he has a recast gauge and you don't want him to take a turn. Simple as that. You don't want him to take a turn, or when he takes a turn you want Terror to be active, so that you don't die. Simple as that. I'm not exactly sure whether you can delay him in the first phase to the point where you can't see him, and then when he transforms, will his turn come forward? No, I don't think so. So it is very possible to just, you know, delay him all the way. These people, I mean, this boss is also not immune to a launch, or at least not that I know of. I don't remember launching him. I could be wrong, but it was not in the description at least. I'm sure I'll put it in the description for this video, but in the description for this boss fight, they didn't say whether he was launch immune. But yeah, now with the quality of life change, you know, you can put 8 debuffs. I brought all the brave and HP damage up that I could at least. I mean, on hindsight, it would have been better if I had put taunt on Eald'narche, so that he will always have terror active. But I mean, I went in blind. I didn't really prepare. I didn't really look at my calls and stuff. But yeah, I mean, oh well, at least I finished it. A little bit of a spoiler, but I finished it in 60 plus turns. I mean, I don't really care about the turn count, I see a lot of YouTubers saying, wow, I did it in 10 turns, I did it in 5 turns, I did it in 0 turns. I mean, for me, it's just, do you finish it or not? If you finish it, well done. If not, then, try and see what's wrong with your team comp. Maybe took some stuff here and there. But yeah, to me, I'm not really bothered about turn count. You can go -1 for all I care, I don't really care, because if you go, okay, for example 0 turns, but you take so much HP damage to the point where you are not able to clear one of the quest condition, then what's the point, you know what I mean? The whole point of us doing all this is so that we can clear all the quest conditions. Yeah, you hit 0 turns, but what happens if your score doesn't hit the required amount, or your HP doesn't hit the required amount? Then that's an issue. You have to go in again. And personally, I don't really like to revisit my Lufenias, because for me I finished it, I'm done. I don't want to torture myself again. Unless it's those really fun Lufenias, like for example, I really enjoy 8's Lufenia. I thought that was pretty funny, just let him counter all the way. But yeah, in general, I don't really like to revisit my Lufenias. I mean, so right here, I brought in my Garland. There isn't really a good time to bring him in. Maybe in the first phase, if you really want to just delay the boss all the way. But right here, the boss cannot be delayed, so there's no point in it doesn't really matter when I bring my Garland in, because my main source of or rather the way that I deal with this boss mechanic is basically Eald'narche Terror. So I mean, his LD effect will be really good, slowing them down, and I believe defense down also, right? That was the main thing at least. But yeah, I would say that a mistake that I made is that I focused too much on the boss, and that I could be hitting Eald'narche more, especially with Garland's LD splash, because the boss is really not tanky. It is I think a lot of people will have this issue, is that it will be the Eald'narche Manikin that cause them to go over the turn count. Yeah, right here I decided to burst with paralyzed. I swapped out lightning because I wanted paralyzed LD when Garland come in, so that Eald'narche can really abuse both the burst and both LD effect, even though he's pretty slow. Well, as compared to lightning is crazy fast. And I also brought well, you can see my summon at least. I'm blanking on the name right now. I am super tired. I just ended work not so long ago. Yeah, oh my god, I really cannot remember his name. Alexander, yes, that's it, Alexander. Yeah, I brought Alexander because of Paladin Cecil's Holy Imperil and Holy Enchant. But I believe when I summoned him, Paladin Cecil's Enchant or Imperil, either one of them was not active. So you see them you see Alexander doing very little brave damage and HP in general. But yeah, that's the reason why I brought Alexander. I didn't really need the heal, and not so much for the max brave, because most of the time Eald'narche is really a cap. It's mainly for, and Paladin Cecil with the battery, it's insane. But yeah, if not, I would have brought someone like. Well, if you're having trouble dealing with the boss, preventing the boss from going, then someone like Ramu would be good, with the paralyzed. I'm not exactly sure whether it works, but it is a unique debuff, so I think it might work on him. But I would suggest you do your research first. You go double check whether it's really able to. It'd be a shame if you bring Ramu in and then you manage to reach this part of the boss and then there's no debuff on him. And if you're doing that route, I will also say be very careful with your debuff slots, because even though you have 8, Eald'narche takes a lot. If you bring a Gavroth Call, that's another 2. If you bring an Amy Call, because I'm pretty sure you can delete the boss turn in the beginning. If you bring an Amy Call, that's another 3. That's 5 really. Jack will be another 1, 6, and that's normally the cap. So if you bring someone that puts debuffs on, then that's it. Ramu won't have slots for on the boss really. Yeah, right here I realized, wow, the boss is almost dead, and and the stupid Manikin is only at 58%. So yeah, right here I decided to summon. I didn't really need to. I mean, as you can see, the turn count was fine. I'm not even halfway. So it was mainly to just kill the stupid Manikin. Right here I also reapplied the terror, even though they had one more turn on it, or of terror on them. At this point, it was not so much of getting the boss out of the way, or worrying about the boss mechanics. It was more of trying to kill the stupid Manikin. So yeah, guys, I will also recommend bringing someone that has splash, someone like Squall. It works really well, because if instead of Squall, and maybe bring someone that can constantly break. Someone like, if you put for him, I think Chaos might be a good choice here too, if you're considering bringing him to fight himself. A bit of a spoiler, yeah, but yeah. Because his LD is a re-break, and when the boss you saw at the very beginning when he had the red aura and he got like 600k brave. Sorry, 60k brave. That's when you want to really. Was it 60 or 600? Numbers. But yeah. So lightning's back, and it's kind of a good time also, because at this point of time we kind of want to focus the Manikin. Yes, right here I made a mistake where I actually EX the boss. I use lightning's EX on the boss. I should just use it on the Manikin, man. Just delay focus on the Manikin at this point of time, because first of all, I didn't want the Manikin to go, even though terror was on, because of the Jack debuff. It was gonna end. And second, the boss was at 1%. Either Paladin Cecil Splash or Eald'narche Splash would have killed him. I did not have to waste such a powerful single target EX on him. So yeah, that would have probably cut down my turns by quite a bit. Because the EX I think hit for like 300k. 300? Yeah, 300k. Wait, no. 100 plus k? Yeah, that's a more reasonable number. Yeah, 100 plus k. So if I focused that down on Eald'narche, I think that was like 2 or 3% of his health. I mean, you can also bring Tifa, she's so broken right now. The only reason why I didn't want to bring her was because I saw the break and re-break mechanic of the boss. Or rather, the break requirement and only able to delay using break. So I was like, okay, that is basically the line to use lightning. But yeah, if not, then honestly the op condition isn't really that bad, because when you break the boss, right, he gains back 7 of the op count, so it's not that tough. And especially when you once you're done with that, because he transforms at 49%, so you can just rush the boss down, get him to 49%, and then the op is gone. So yeah, that is another way. In fact, that would be pretty easy if you bring someone like Tifa, with a stupid crazy damage. You support your friend, you bring your friend support in early, burst, use your own burst. Yeah, I think it's very, very possible to just rush the boss down to 49%, because somewhere along the way he will break again. So your op count will reset, so it doesn't really matter. I mean that is another strategy for you to try out if you really want to. But yeah, you see, right here, Lightning's LD was really going to run out already, and I was checking to see if I had one more, but yeah, I mean that will severely reduce Lightning's damage output. And then I saw Eald'narche had 2 LD, I was like, man, I'm not using him right. But yeah, I mean at this point of time I just want to do damage. You know, it doesn't really matter about the debuff or anything really. So yeah, at this point of the fight, it is more or less over already. It's just when does this stupid Manikin dies, because there's no way that he will last until 90 turns. Because I'm only at, okay, I'm way past half already, I'm at 50 something. And he's already at 19%, 18%, you know. So he's just dead, he just doesn't know it yet, you know what I mean? But yeah guys, for those of you that hooked for Eald'narche and went for his burst or Noel's LD, I wish you guys all the best, you know, for your pulls. I'm trying to save my luck, you know, my insane streak of getting the LDs really early to Iroha. I really hope that I get her LD fast too, because I would like to conserve some of my tickets and really use more of the power stones. I mean the power tokens. It would be nice if I get her EX and LD early, you know, because I'd rather not touch my EX tokens, but if I get her LD super early, then I'll probably will, because I have not used any of my EX tokens. I think I have something. So I can get 3 characters EX. So I thought, you know, might as well. But let's see, you know. Let's see. This event just started, so it will still be a few more days before Iroha drops. Yeah, after that I believe it's Kurasame. I'm actually really looking forward to that, because he has a really insane call. You know, he's a hero debuff. Yeah, he really increases the amount of HP damage that the boss receives. So that's crazy, man. I really want him as a core. Can't wait to use him. I mean, the issue will be that the bosses will be just as strong, or rather stronger than what we have been facing so far. So that is the downside of this. But yeah guys, I mean the boss is at 1%. Lightning was not able to deal the finishing blow, even though it was, I hit like 53k, you know. So I was like, you know what, Eald'narche, do your sassy LD. Just look away and just finish him off. And yeah guys, I hope that you guys are also able to complete this fight. It's not a particularly difficult fight, you know. I think it's very possible to not pull for this banner and still be able to finish this fight. Yeah, anyway, guys, this is the end of the video. I'll definitely show my artifacts and spheres at the end. I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you guys in the next video.